targeted traffic methods for online businesses. What we're going to be talking about in this video is we're going to be talking about the social network Twitter. And obviously, if you have had any exposure to Twitter at all, if you're going to be using it to use it to get traffic back to your site, there are a few things that you're going to want to remember. First is that you'll only have 140 characters per post in order to work with. We'll show you that here in a minute. Twitter is based on real-time interaction and instant news. Now, you don't have to use it that way, but the spirit of Twitter is to communicate things that people can know instantly. And so you will have a following of people, you'll be following certain people, and one of the key factors is that you'll be breaking news as it happens. So as you are experiencing things in your niche, one of the good ways to use Twitter will be to post those things, whether you're posting images, videos, links, kind of as they happen at the minute that they're happening with your following. Now, the key to using Twitter, again, like all the other social networks, is that it is social and that you want to establish connections in your niche. And I'll show you how to do that. It's a social network, so one of the ways in which you will endear yourself to people is to retweet their content or share their content. And you're going to want to create a real profile with a real picture. Don't use your logo because people like to connect with people, not necessarily companies. And you want to make sure that you talk about the things that are interesting to you within the niche. And make sure to link back to your website and your profile. So let's take a look at Twitter. Now I've created a new Twitter profile. It doesn't have any follow. It's not following anyone. It's not doesn't have any followers. So the question would be, well, now how am I going to find people who might be interested in what it is I have to offer? Well, the first thing, even before I do that, is I'm going to want to create my profile. I'm going to show you what that means here in a minute. And we want to just edit our profile. Now, one of the things that you're going to want to do two things. Number one, you want to make sure that you have a real photo here. Okay, so you're going to get the opportunity to put a photo here, and you're going to be able to change the header of your Twitter account. Now, again, in terms of your header, you've got some recommended dimensions here, 1252 by 626. You're going to want to make sure you use those dimensions, and again, you want to keep it close to your niche. Okay, if you want to put a location there, here's where you can put your website, and if you put it in there, make sure it's the website that you want people to go to. If you want them to go to your blog, make sure they go to your blog. In the bio area, you're going to want to kind of talk about yourself, not necessarily in a salesy kind of way, but you do want to have the keywords that you want people to find you for. And in your particular case, you're going to want to have model airplanes listed someplace in your bio. Okay, so in all these cases, you want to make sure that your profile is completely filled out and that you have everything in here that would indicate that you are a person that is serious about your niche. One of the things that you'll be able to do, of course, is you'll be able to design your background. Now, Twitter has given you some backgrounds. You can actually go and download some other backgrounds if you want to, ones that are, again, more conducive to your niche. You can change some of the colors. I wouldn't spend a whole lot of time on that. If you want to have something designed, I would go over to Fiverr and have it designed and then use it for your Twitter. There are people who can design who can design your Twitter background over at Fiverr and can do a better job than if you're not necessarily well versed in graphical design. It's an easy way to have something designed. Okay, so how do we find some of the people that we might be interested in? Well, Twitter has search. So we can put our search parameters in there. And now what Twitter's going to do is it's going to show us people who are have typed model airplane in their tweets. Okay, so we can find out and get some of the up-to-date news on model airplanes that people are tweeting. We might find someone that is worth connecting to, and if we do, we can go here. Okay, so we can take a look at his site. Now, one of the things that you'll notice here is you'll notice that, hey, he's got a real profile. His website's right there. We can then get a sense for what he's kind of into, and you want to do the same thing, knowing that this is what your profile is going to look like. So you want to choose again. You want to keep your profile pretty tight in terms of the people that you allow to yourself to be connected to. You want to connect to people that are interested in your own niche as much as you can. Okay, in some cases, what you want to do is you want to reshare good content to people that you are following. Now, this is not a tutorial about Twitter. I'm just showing you how you can use it to get more traffic. And basically what you're doing is, again, you are establishing relationships to people that are interested in your niche. You're going to have to do it a little bit at a time. There are tools that you can use that are mass following tools. I would suggest that you don't use those until you've really gotten a good base to work with in terms of building your own followers. And some people are going to, when you follow them, right, some people are going to follow you right back and others will not. You really want to see if the person that is the person does actually tweet. And you'll see this person, last time he did was 8 seconds ago, so he's pretty active on his Twitter account. You don't want to have a lot of people who are inactive, because you'll end up just really unfollowing them anyway, and they're probably not going to follow you back, so that you'll be able to share your content with them. Okay, so again, this is not a Twitter tutorial. However, what you're doing is you are building relationships based on following of people who are interested in your niche, so that you can share your own content with them. Of course, if you go back to the home screen, you can share your content right here. You can use 140 characters, as well as and some of that you're going to actually need to use a link for it. Okay, so let's recap here. Okay, Twitter is based on content sharing. You want to, as much as you can, share real-time interaction. The key is that this is social. You want to establish connections in the niche. You want to make sure to retweet other people's content or reshare it. You want to make sure your profile is real with a real picture. And when you tweet, make sure you're talking about your interest in the niche. And then make sure to link back to your website in your profile. So with that, thanks, and I will see you in the next video.